before you do any Ayurvedic body work, traditionally they chant Hari Om, and Hari Om creates a sacred space. I'm just connecting with my client now. So Belinda, allow your jaw to soften just a bit. Good. And your inner ears to soften. And your brain to fall back into my hands. Good. And allow your eyes to roll effortlessly back. And your tongue away from the front of your teeth. So the first thing I do during facial treatment is to lay out the stones, and the initial layout begins with the grandpa stone, the sacral. I'm going to ask Belinda about the temperature. You never want to say, is this too hot? Because then you're suggesting this is too hot.
Okay.
Temperature's a bit... Okay, I'll do a little dippity-doo in the water. Be amazed at how quick it cools the stone off. Do you want to feel this so you know about what temperature it is? Let's ask Belinda, how's this temperature? And just let her feel it as well in her hands so it puts her back in the power seat. Can you lift your hips for me just a little? I'm just going to place it right at the sacrum, which is right about here on Belinda. And they can move it up or down, whatever feels good to them. Do you need me to move it up or down?
Just a little bit up.
A little bit up. How's that? Good, good. And then the grandma stone is the belly stone. Let's ask, is this okay? Now this one's a little warmer. The belly can take a little bit more heat than the sacrum. The sacrum generally cannot take a lot of heat. Are you absolutely sure this is okay? I'll give it a little dippity-doo. One more dippity-doo. And then if you're still not sure with them, what I do is go under the sheet and just lightly press it on the skin and just lift it up for a minute and just see if she can attune to the heat. Is this okay? I can leave it there? And putting it right over her belly button. And now I'm getting the hand rest stones. And you want to pull her shoulder down just a bit so it's not stuck up in her ears. And how is that temperature? Should I do a little dip? A little dip. These tend to hold heat a little more because they're so big. Do you want to feel the temperature?
You don't worry about drying it off.
Drying it off? No, you know, it's really a thermotherapy, hydrotherapy. Is that temperature okay? Okay, good. So what this does, and I'll show you on this side you can see better, is it allows the shoulder to go back down to the table. When you elevate the wrist, the shoulders go back down. It gives them a place to put their hands. How is this temperature, Belinda? Do a dip? Okay. So, yeah, it's okay to leave a little water on. I have that drying towel in case somebody doesn't want the water, you can dry them. So I'm just giving her arm a little tug. And that's okay temperature? Okay, borderline, I can tell. Yes. So this helps with posture, so it's ergonomically correct. When you're elevating the wrist, the shoulder goes back down. If it was that her arm was down here, you can see that the shoulder would come back up this way, and you want shoulders down. So this is a really comfortable position for people. And it gives them a sense of security because they're holding on to something. So now we've just worked with the first and second chakra, belly, sacrum, and the hand rest stones. Those are the first stones applied because those are the two important chakras of this whole therapy, because these are the chakras that help ground our client and help activate what they call apanavayu, the downflow in the body. The next layout is the back side of the solar plexus and heart, and I use these stones, the erector spina. You want to feel them? And I'm going to do a touch test on her arms this time instead of her hand. Is this temperature okay for your back, Belinda? Too hot.
Now the solar plexus and heart?
Yeah, they're long enough that they can access both chakras, the back side of those chakras, the heart and solar plexus. And everyone has a different tolerance to heat. Hers is sort of a medium tolerance. How's that? Okay. Can you do a half a set? Okay, so I've just put them right on the back side. They shouldn't be showing when she lays back down. She's just like that.
Okay.
And now we can do the front side of the body, the chakras. I'm missing the citrine. Big citrine. Oh, here it is. So this is citrine, and this is great for increasing self-confidence, self-esteem. You place it on the body with the point going downward. So you don't want to get confused. This is not the point, even though it looks pointy. This is where it was in the geode, and then they ripped it out of the geode. This is actually the point. The windows of the crystal will tell you where the point is. And then what I do is just very inconspicuously place it right over the solar plexus, downward. So the solar plexus is really just a couple fingers below the xiphoid process, maybe 3 fingers. And then I'm going to apply rose quartz crystal over her heart. It's not warm, it's room temperature. You never want to lay a hot stone over the heart. Marma point. And if she were grieving and she was going through an emotional crisis in her life, I would have applied the raw ruby, but she's okay. And the rose quartz will help her and remind her that she's precious. And then I'm going to apply the blue lapis. A raw blue lapis helps to give energy to the throat chakra. It also helps those chatty patties, quiets them down. If they have excessive chattiness, the lapis will help calm that. And if they aren't able to express themselves, the lapis will help open that chakra. If someone has an issue with stone on their throat, you just place a white cotton tissue over the throat and then the blue lapis over it. It's amazing that people just feel like this is all better. They can handle the stone there. Still working with the throat chakra. I love these stones. They're sort of reddish in color. Suits the kapha dosha, the earth and water elements, because of the color. And kapha, a lot of kapha is up in the throat and in the head region, in the chest region. And applying these stones is tricky. You want to bring them in and then ask your client, is this okay? Is the temperature okay? Just a little bit hot. Okay, we'll do a dip and do.
What stones are these again?
These are just the shoulder,
shoulder
neck stones. Yeah, and they're more spherical than the other stones.
Okay.
So I put them in against the skin just for a moment and ask if the temperature is okay. Yes? Okay. And then I press down into the table and under and down just a little bit toward the traps to help with those points here that are tense for most people. Those tension points here helps to melt the tension and helps to support the neck as well. Now this area of the body can tolerate high heat, so you can really put some hot stones on this part of the body without worrying too much. And I'm going to apply a amethyst to her third eye, and the point is here. Can you all see the difference between this point and this point? This is the one with the windows. There is a way to apply a crystal to the third eye. You want to take it between your pointer finger and your thumb, and use this part of your hand to touch the crown of their head. Like this, and then roll through the chakra and lay it on her this way. As opposed to coming in right through the chakra, it's very disconcerting. People they'll energetically feel you've invaded them.